Hi guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. So today we're going to be learning how to do some curved, well, this can work for pretty much anything, but this is going to be curved rails. That's like a, railway. So what we've got in front of us is something that I've got on my docks that I'm currently working on. And I thought it'd be an interesting kind of like video to go how I would split up doing two rails. So we've got a rail system over here, which looks kind of funky. It's all joined up, which I've got on my kind of like, on that episode that I did. And then I've got a rail system. Oh god, I have got far on, but it seems to be loading a little bit slow. We've also got some rails coming from all the way over here. So there we go, there's the other rail. So these are the ones that I need to join up. Obviously, it's not going to work if they just go there and then, well, it just won't work. So I've grabbed some wool, and I usually do this just to make it a clear marker. So you can use like light blue wool and just make a straight line, and then you know where the intersection is. But this is where I'm going to start mine from. So I'm using something called World Edit, which is awesome. So if you grab World Edit, this always helps, but you can always count it out as well. And I go all the way to the other pointer where I want to start my kind of like other part of the curve. So with rails, I've got like basically anvils, then a block, then an anvil. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then anvil, block, anvil, and that's because of having the wood around the sides, but I'm not putting that down yet because it's a lot harder. Well, it's a lot easier to do that after the fact, after doing a curve. So we've got that there. If you then select that bit, so we've got the inner part of it. Good thing is you can then like basically go right to the edge, and you can find the radius of this. So you can see here I've already placed down a block. And because I right clicked, I can then go here. That means it's a radius of 211. There is a website called Plots which can help you. This though is done on diameter, so it doesn't quite work with that. It's too big. The one that I've done is too big for a kind of like curve like that. Okay, so if you do need a bigger circle, then you can get off of Plots. One of the ones that you can use is this one here at donutstudios.com, pixel circle generator. I'll leave a link in the description to both of them. I quite like Plots, but it only goes up to 256. With Plots is quite good, especially when you have other stuff like, for example, Taurus. You can actually then cut it down layer by layer, and you can do it as 2D, and it will tell you how many blocks and everything. It's an incredibly good tool, but it just doesn't have that size, and the Taurus is actually really cool, especially when you see it like there. So yeah, if you've got this one, so one of the things that we've done, it was 211, so we had 211 on each of those, which give us this kind of circle. I'm just going to change the scale on this, so we can actually see it. But however, this part here of our circle is a radius. So if you remember from school, there we go, if I'm looking the right way. So if you remember from school, to be able to do this, and this will be a perfect circle, of course, you can also use this to do epsiloids and stuff like that. If you turn off force circle and go onto that, the same with this one. If you go onto eclipse instead, you can then like pull that one. There you go, you can see it there. I used to use this to make my ships. It worked pretty good, but not brilliant. So yeah, so we're gonna have to double that, so 42. We are going to force the circle, so we are going to have 42. There's different settings on this one, which you've got like thick, which is the way to describe thick is like me. No, I'm joking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can have a circle like this, right, which is not very circular. Right, here we go. Especially when you don't do it right. So you can have something like that, and thick would do this, which actually makes it more circular with that one. So it just squiggles it around. For the kind of thing that we're doing with rails, we don't really want to do that, otherwise it ends up looking a bit too heavy. You know, if you have like one like this, I mean, it's up to you. Totally up to you guys what you want to do. I'm not going to do it because of that. But yeah, so we get that. So I'm going to have a perfect circle of mine, and then you can scale yourself in. So there we go. And I'm going to untick that one. I'm going to do thin. You don't want to do filled. That will, well, it just fills it. You can export it as like a CVG file, which is the one I'm going to be using. And with that, you can then, of course, zoom in even further. Should be able to. I think I might actually be zoomed in. Wow, I am actually zoomed in completely and utterly full. So there we go. I'm zoomed in right full. So that's all I've got there. But what you'd then do is find out where your middle is. So on this one, I've already counted it because it was quite a lot of blocks. There's 30 blocks in total on this one. So if I then zoom in, there we go, let's zoom super zoom in on this one, and you can also zoom in on your browser as well. You'll then get 30 blocks, so we need to find the middle of that, and then we need to cut that middle in half. So mine's going to be 15, of course, because mine's 30. And that's from a single point. I'm probably going to get this wrong and it'll be horrible, but because I got World Edit, I can edit it later. But we'll show you guys what I'm going to be doing. So I'm actually going to be doing it out of... Let's do it out of red wool. Yeah, I was just about to do it out of magenta, and I thought actually that's going to annoy my eyes. So we're going to have, from this point, 30 going across, not 30, 15 going across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then next, what have I got? And I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that is. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We start making our way in. So I think get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you'll just basically be working your way across. So I like how I've done this red as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get 5, 5, 4, 4. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just keep on going. And you'll basically be going all the way on both sides. The good thing is you can then just loop it. If you've got World Edit, you can copy and paste and sort it out that way. If you haven't got it, you can then just look on the other side and you can start again and move across and see where you get to. But if you did it with World Edit, you can then get the middle from this kind of cross thing that you've done. You can then get a perfect diagonal off these and then see where that ends up. Obviously, you won't do it out of red wool. When you get to doing it, the reason we're doing it out of red wool is because if we are doing a curve, say if we were doing it in, let me show you, if you're doing it with the anvils. Alright, we're going to do something like this. 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so we've got that, which is a pretty good curve, right? It's not too bad, I think. If you were doing that with anvils and you're placing it down, it gets really, for some reason, because they're like a little bit different blocks, it's much more difficult to see if that's a nice curve. And with this, when you get to this middle bit, right? So you'll ignore those. You have these facing these type of ways, right? I'll show you exactly why it works. Like that. And then here, we can then split that into two quite easily. So we go these two going that way, these two going that way, and you're done. And that's how you get a nice rail to make it look right. And it does then look right. And then obviously you'd have your other side across from that, which could be like this. You could make it really easy. But this doesn't always work, because you get stuff like that, right? So again, if you use the wool, you can then try and figure it out. And you go, actually, that looks really close. I don't like that. And then you'd end up extending it. And the way that you do it, if you got wool, it's a lot easier. Because you can see, actually, that looks way too thin. I need to extend this one. And if I extend that one, I can then push out all of these to there. Okay, that looks a little bit better, but it still looks a little bit ugly. I actually need to extend that one as well, so I actually need to do that. Obviously, it looks strange if you've got... It looks very, very strange if you're doing a curve. And you've got a 2, then a 3, then 1, 1, 1s. So if you always get it curving around like that, then you'll be able to figure it out. And then you can actually add it in. I even might be tempted to do something there and there, maybe. So maybe even move both of these, and we'll try it out. Just to show you guys what I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to be doing this big curve. Spending a lot of time doing that. But that's because I've got a very, very big track. But the only thing you can do is it will take time. This is more of just like a how to go about doing it video. So here we go. We get 2 here. You'll notice, there we go. This is a perfect example. You get 1 where it's in the middle. This will depend on... This will literally depend on which one you prefer. And that'll be it. And then, of course, from here, you'll also be doing your things. So I'm trying to show you on a smaller scale. Okay, so we're going to try this. The good thing is the mostly straight ones aren't too bad. And then we get these. There you go, so that one doubles up, that's fine. That's because we need to start angling it. Right, so let's try this. I've actually never done this before with this, so it's going to be quite interesting. Right, so we're going to do something here where we almost want to actually do it there. Because these ones I definitely want going directly across. So I almost like feel like I need to pull this across like that. If I'm going to do that, I can then do something like that. And that works. So this is you figuring it out. It's basically what I'm going on about. Right, so here we go, we get that there. That one can go to that one. We have to figure out where you've done it before. So we go there. We then went in and then we went in. So we go to here and then we get to here. The next one is here, 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 I think. And then I think this one's standard then. Let's have a look at that. A lot of it with this anyway. It's going to be playing around. So that doesn't look too bad actually. So that's how you'd go about doing curves and stuff, especially with all your tracks. Curved trains, however, good luck with that. So I'm sure that somebody out there, I'm sure that like somebody on Operation Realism or on the Estalon server has done a curved train. However, I will not be doing one. Well, maybe I will be, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. It might be interesting to see that done. But there we go. That's how you do that. And then all you do. So if you wanted to do that as a perfect circle, or with your, you wanted to change it, you then can grab the next rail. So you then grab the next one, and you can grab the next one. You can see how big that circle is, and then it would tell you how to build that. You would then, grab the radius, double the radius, and go for it, really. And yeah, we'll see how it all turns out. This will be hopefully on its way in the next episode of my cargo kind of like docks series. There we go. Get there in the end. But yeah, I'm just going to grab these across, then flip it, see if it works. Hopefully it does, and yeah, guys, then we'll get a nice curve around here where those tracks meet. So yeah. Alright guys, so I thought I'd just put this on the end of the kind of like video, just to show you guys what I've done where I've done my circles. So it took me a little while, but all sorted out as long as you get your radiuses and stuff right, and then you just add your extra blocks onto it, or use your center point and make sure it all counts out like as my center point. But this is what I've got for my kind of like guide for my rails. So I ended up doing a couple of little things. I'll actually show you, because I can. Go undo. I'll show you how to copy and paste it as a random little bit on the end of the video. So maybe actually I'll not end the video and you guys haven't heard me say the end of the video. We'll see how my editing is. Right, so if you're doing it on World Edit, and we've done one side, so we've done this outer track. So this is the second outer track, or the outermost track. So this is where our starting point is. Grab that as point 1. The other thing I've done is I've got a diagonal line going from that box there. I've used a different type of wool. I think I've used cyan. It's just to make it kind of stand out. We'll copy it to there anyway. And what we'll do is right on this block here, I'm going to face this way. Copy. We're then going to do flip to the left, because that's the way I've done it. If you've done it on the other side, then you'll do the other way. So flip to the left. We're also going to do rotate 90 degrees. And then if you just do paste, -A, so that's without air, what you'll get is it perfectly pasted around on the other side, and it'll save you a bit of time. So there's different reasons I've done it with different wool, because, well, there just is. So what I can do now is I can actually mask that wool with World Edit and actually get rid of it really quick. I'm actually going to keep it there because I think it looks kind of cool because it shows off the angle. So I'm going to get a couple screenshots and stuff like that. But now the next bit, of course, is going to be switching out. So like I showed you with the smaller one, all I'm going to be doing is just working my way through. Oh yeah, I can get rid of that. Working my way through with this and getting the angles right. And then when we get to the big diagonal part, I'll sort that bit out later. But the rest of these going around I can actually do, and then I can do exactly the same as I did before, copy and paste and flip and everything like that. So that's why I'm going to keep that angle. And do stuff like that, which will be quite interesting. So yeah, hopefully with the anvils it will actually flip correctly. I'm not really too sure if it will or not. Let's have a look. So if we do copy, okay, grab that. Just grab a couple little bits of it. I'm going to do a little test here. Let's go with that. We're going to have this as our center block. So if we had this here, copy, flip left. I bet you it doesn't work, but it works. So there we go. Yeah, so you can absolutely do that with this, which is going to save a lot of time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that and then flip it around and get it to work. The good thing about the middle block as well, luckily we've only got 2 blocks that are actually not in the middle. So the rest of them going around here are actually going to be going this way, like this, and then it will end up switching this way, which isn't a problem. And then we've just got 1 block to decide which way we're going to go, and I'm going to go that way. Whether I go north to south or east to west, I'm going to go east to west, I think, because you won't be able to notice, and then we'll just do stuff like that. So I'm going to switch these out anyway, guys. I might actually be able to do it over World Edit Brush. I should be able to. I'm going to find out what this block is, 144. So if I show you guys how to do that, let's do this. Let's do this really quick, because I should be able to do it quite quick. That's another reason why to use different bits of wool. Right, that's because it's single player World Edit. Right, there we go. 145, come on, 1. And again, VS with a single 1 that way. Wrong way, right, okay, undo that. Let's try it. Column 1, so that's with a different metadata. That's the one. So we can now do all of this. Pretty sharpish. I'll fix those ones manually. Or update those manually even. There we go. So this definitely I now would have edited it because... so I did end the video because I thought this was going to take me longer than it did actually. It did not take that long. So right here I'm going to do it this bit manually. So I'm going to go this way and I decided to go on that way on the corner, which means all the rest of them now are the other way. So here we go. Get that down to there. Write this in. And actually this is not going to really work, is it? Because I'm going to have to flip it on the other side. I was thinking I could get it done really quick. I don't think that's going to be possible. Right, there we go. So we get that something like that. I'm just going to do a stack command because I've got the one down here so I can figure out where the rails are going to go. Might be that I have to fudge it a little bit. If I do, I do. It doesn't really matter too much. So there we go. So what I'm going to do, grab one bit there. That bit. Over to there. And then we're just going to stack, what's that, south. 20 south, needs to be more than that. 60. More than 60, okay. That'll do for now, so that's close enough. Okay, so got all of that bit done. And then got the next bit of fun to do. So the next bit of fun will be, just like I did on a small scale, actually moving ourselves across. So again, I'm going to end up stacking these ones just a little bit. So that's, what's that, east? Right, so this won't be as many. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. That's so super lazy. Right up to it. And then all I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to be starting like I showed you guys before, working my way all the way through. So I might end up wiping out that. I might keep it as much as I can. So I'm going to get onto this. I'm then going to do, basically do it on both sides. Just do half of it. And I'm going to do the flip and rotate and all that kind of stuff because we saw that it worked before. So I'm going to get onto that, guys, and yeah, that'll be it for the, well, actually it'll probably be it for the video. I might get it done tomorrow rather than anything else, and I want to get this video up the next day. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, guys. I'll have a picture on my Twitter when we've got it done, and also I'll be showing it off as part of the main kind of cargo ship series type thing, so we'll see how that all goes. But thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.